is Mary Mendoza, and I am the chef at Tonari in Bantam. Our restaurant Tonari is Wafu Italian. So Wafu means Japanese style Italian. We want to take Italian dishes and cook it with Japanese sensibility. We have everything covered. We have pasta, we have pizza, and we have Hole in the Wall, the dessert bar upstairs. I'm going to present today Nama chocolate and rice pudding. Nama chocolate, which is Japanese truffles because it's in time for Valentine's Day. I love that it's only 3 ingredients: chocolate, butter, and cream. And you can change it up, switch it up. Instead of cocoa powder, you can do other powders like matcha powder, strawberry powder. Like, the world is your oyster. It comes out intense because of the cocoa powder outside, the dark chocolate, and then once it melts in your tongue and your mouth, it just coats everywhere with that like lush, velvety, creamy butter and cream. So it's like melt in your mouth ganache. The other dish, I chose the rice pudding because I love rice. Rice is life. I'm Asian. I also think that rice gets pushed aside. Nobody really cares about it. So that's how I decided, oh, I want to feature the rice pudding. And of course, rice goes with everything. So I thought, oh, like rice and caviar, like rice and fish, like Asian cuisine. So that's how I decided to do rice pudding. So for the Nama chocolate, first thing you want to have is dark chocolate, preferably without lecithin. So you can do any dark chocolate around like 70%, 65% cocoa. And then I have some butter, choice of butter. Here we have some heavy cream. So with the heavy cream, we're gonna heat it up. You don't want it boiling, you want it above simmering. You want like some small bubbles around the edges. And you're just gonna wait. You're gonna use all that residual heat from the cream to melt the chocolate in the butter. And then I always like, while you're waiting, you can prepare your landing. It's like I always say to cooks, it's like you're gonna fly an airplane, you need a landing strip first. So you wanna get your tin, whatever container or baking pan of your choice. So I even like cut it out, the parchment. So I usually, everyone has a different way of moving. I do usually the diamond, so cut towards the edge. All right. And then you should end up with something like this. So already, see? So when then the chocolate is set, you just pull it out. Then I tap so that you have least amount of air bubbles possible. And you're gonna wait. And it should end up something like this when it's hard. And then when you cut it to cubes, you just dust it with cocoa powder. Nice and easy for Valentine's Day. So here we have the rice pudding. This is everyone's favorite at Hole in the Wall. Everybody who's dined with us, we're like, please don't take it off the menu. So this is how we dress it up. You can take any rice pudding of your choice. It could be Koji Shack from Giant. That's perfectly fine. It's how you, I guess, combine it with other flavors. So here we have a rice pudding made with goshikari rice. So we're gonna take that. All right, so I take about a scoop of rice pudding. Okay. Okay. And I have here some whipped cream that I made earlier. We're gonna refluff it, whipped cream. And now that you see that first initial cream is separating the rice pudding, we're gonna re-whip this next batch of whipped cream that we're gonna add to the rice pudding, because this is the one that's gonna give it that fluffiness and structure. So the first whipped cream was just to loosen it up. Now, so nice peak. Little dab. So take that much. I'm gonna get extra. I mean, I'm eating it. So it was my idea to put the rice pudding on the menu, but it was my mentor, Chef Katsuya, who suggested the hazelnuts, and I like that it provided added some more body to it. So here I'm finishing it with white chocolate. All right, so here we're using Kaluga caviar with the rice pudding. You get this like cold pudding that is very pearlescent, fluffy, and you can really taste like the softness of the grain because we use Japanese rice. And then you get the sweetness, that milky flavor from the white chocolate, and saltiness from that rounds out all of that because the cream is rich and fatty, and the chocolate, the salt, the brininess from the caviar accentuates that, makes it a whole dish.